Test, 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 test. Oh boy. I'll tell you guys what. We're live. I'm a bit sleepy today, but good morning. Happy Sunday. What is today? Is the 20th of March, 2022. Welcome everybody. I hope you're having yourselves a great weekend, and I'm super happy that you guys decided to just kick off the rest of your Sunday with me, and let's see how far we can get in 7 billion humans. We are literally going to be kicking off 67, we have 68, and then the final cutscene. We are on the home stretch. Let's see how far we can get today. Alright, so I was doing one other audio check. Oh, boy. I am sleepy. It looked like this is the last counting machine assignment. Let's enjoy it. This is also my last assignment. It's been fun. Remember when we took a nice row of data and made it in a diagonal? Or when we escaped from the collapsing room by carefully following the instructions? And then there was the time we could all got cubicles. Those were the days. What am I going to do next? Well, I thought I might make calendars. You know, like those daily calendars with the inspirational picture of me on each day. I've been printing out photos of myself with inspirational quotes for years. Good things we have all these company printers. Luckily, I don't think anyone ever noticed. Use your decimal counting machine, starting with the number 1, display it, and keep doubling it. Displaying the results until you reach at least 8,388,608. Well then, decimals, huh? Who likes decimals? Actually, you know what? Since we're not having fun with binary, we're gonna say we're having fun with numbering systems. Beat. Alright. I'm gonna take some more coffee. And yes, I am a fan of Formula 1. And today is a great day for Formula 1 because it is the first race. And I'm happy that Red Bull did not get pole. I didn't care who got it. I'm just happy it wasn't Red Bull because it's nothing against the drivers. I just don't like Christian Horner because I think he's a bit of a jerk. He comes off overly arrogant from time to time, and I get that frustrating. The overconfidence of having a team that goes beyond the rules too many times and has in recent history has only won because of that, and it's been very frustrating to watch. At least that's my perspective of it, my opinion of it. And if you watch Formula 1 as well, and you have a different opinion, don't you forget to hit like and subscribe. And on top of it, leave a comment down below and let me know how I'm wrong and you're right. I'd be very interested to see what you guys have to say all about that if you are a F1 nerd like me. So we're supposed to start off with the number 1, and then we double it. And then we have to do the pass on, where if they get to... Well, the rule doesn't say we have to pass it on. But I think that's what they're intending. So let's start this. If Oh. Everyone takes a step down. Yeah. And then if there is a data cube, if below you equals a data cube, blah. If below equals a button, blah. And then you have your forever jumps inside of them. So once they're in there, those are their jump loops, so they always stay within their loop. They can never exit. These are the Hotel Californias of logic. Once you've arrived, you can never leave. Excellent. Alright. I'm gonna do just another if to my does not equal a worker, just so I can... I want to see if I can pick her up. Pick up. Right. 99. Drop. I want to see... And then... we'll add another jump loop. Since we don't have end, we'll just put another jump loop. Oh wait, we got to do then a listen. We need to do a tell. Listen for high. Step down. And then we'll do another little jump loop. And these jump loops are literally just to do basically ends. I just want to see what does the program do. I don't understand. Okay, so she can't write higher than that. That is not in the rules. It is not in the rules. This was just a proof of concept just to prove that they cannot write anything higher than 8 or 8. No, 9. Haha, 9. But I don't think they can ever write 9 anyways, so it's like once you get to 8, because it'll go 1, 2, 4, 8. 1, 2, 4, 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. See, 1, 2, 4, 8. So it's the same idea as as this build. So right. So we're gonna do, yeah, we'll figure this out. We'll get here in a hot moment. Sure. So what I was just doing is just trying to build out the rest of the logic, saying, hey, they're gonna step down, and they're gonna tell everyone hi, which is, hey, I'm on the button. And they're going to listen for the next command that's going to release them from the button to step back up. Actually, I don't know if we have to do that listen. We might be able to eliminate that listen. This will come down if I need a timing control. If I don't need the timing control, then I can get rid of this listen. And what I mean by timing control is if there's something going on inside of this where they're trying to step down, and there's still a lot of movement going on for whatever the reason, I can use this listen or a tell to slow down all of these humans, so that way they all move, they complete their movements before the next step. So then I make them all wait for a verbal command from someone else, thus causing a delay, thus synchronizing their next movements. So, we can't do this, so this is all fine. We gotta build in a lot of logic on this, so we're just gonna clean this right out. So, so we're stepping down, we're on our numbers, so we gotta pick up the number. If... how do I do this? How the bloody monkeys do I do this? Come on, brain, kick in. You can do it. I'm trying to think like 14 steps ahead, and I just need to focus on this first step. So all we need to do here is we need to do a simple check. I guess what we could always do is a different logic change, saying if worm standing equals 0, jump. That's gonna come back to bite me in the tushy, isn't it? If worm standing equals 1, oh, that's gonna come bite me back in the bum as well. How the bloody monkeys do I do this? Because they all need to write 1, but we're gonna start from 0. And I don't want them all. Basically, everybody here. I'm cleaning this up. It's fine. I need to put the jump loop back in, but I need to clean this up. I need to get going. I need to get started. I need to get some code going in this thing, and then I'll be able to really launch. So I do need you. If to my right does not equal a worker, so I do need you, ma'am, to be my kickoff point. And then I need everybody else. If to my right does equal a worker, I need you to listen for command. And then if see, this is where I really wish I could say if command has been given to me to do a thing, but I guess I could do that because I'm always going to be telling the person a command. Sure. Wow, really? Great. Good job. This is thus me being inept. If I give myself this arbitrary variable for me to do something, then other things will occur. That's great. What are the arbitrary variables, and what are the other things that are going to occur? Ah, those are great questions. I will get back to you when I have answers. Hey. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself here. If it doesn't equal worker okay, then what you need to do is if worm standing equals 0, we're always going to start with 1 here, so that's fine. If this is 1... I can't have it just be if 1 pick up and go. It's got to be... Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Why is my brain not working? How do I even start this? So, okay, obviously I start this by picking it up. So, if to my right is not a worker, yeah, that's you, then we are going to just pick up, step down, okay? We're just going to literally start as simple as we possibly can. And then we're going to listen for coffee time. No. You're... What? Go away. We're going to tell everybody coffee time. We're going to listen for coffee time. Ah! But before that, we need to tell everyone hi, which kicks them off. Then we go into listen for coffee time. And then once we hear coffee time, we're going to... Yep, we're going to pick up, step up. Good morning, Zenith! How are you? I think you need to check the doubles from left to right, and person above on the left of the number. Number need to know the value. Yes. But we need to start with 1, and then we have to start doubling. So what I'm trying to do... If you just jumped in, Zenith, great morning to you. I hope you're doing great today. Hope you had an excellent Saturday. And whatever else I should be telling you. But good morning. I hope you have all the coffee in your life and that you're being bright and happy this Sunday morning. Or Sunday, whenever it is in for you. So we need to do this, and then now we need to start doing logic. Now we need to start doing logic. To get the numbering to work, is literally what I'm going to do right here is just, it requires my brain to work. Pick up, step up, drop, pick up. So this is an unneeded pickup right there, because we're always going to have the pickup here. And then we're always going to be holding it until we drop it on the spot. So then we can literally do whatever my item is times 2. Thusly, doubling. And then we need to do an... If my item equals... If my item is greater than 8... Set... Oh, God. Right. M1. If my item is greater than 8, set to 0. Tell the person to my left, ugh. Oh, I was going to use morning. Okay, fine. You tell the person to my left morning. So what I'm trying to think here is how... So the number that we're going to go past is if we get to, like, 16, she can't write 16. She can only write 0 through 8. Once she gets to 16, she needs to revert hers to 0 and tell the person to her right another number to kick off. Which is why I have her defined, and then I have everyone else defined. Because I believe everyone else will end up kind of always staying in this loop. I don't know. foggy thoughts. I guess what I can do also is... Excuse me. Alright. So, I was thinking about this, is how do we get 1? I think we do 1 by doing this, and then we do a jump to here. Oh my god, that is miserable looking. And then we go, so let's just see, does this work? Ugh. Wait, why did she blow up? Oh, because we can't have this right yet. This right has to come after. Why did she blow up? Wait, stop. Why did she blow up? Yeah. 8. 6. Wait. If my item is greater than 8... Let's try that. There it goes. Alright, perfect. Alright, Zenith, let me catch up with what you were saying. In the case that will break basic doubling... the case that will break basic doubling are things like 128 plus 128, where I think you need a step for the basic double. Then another to correctly get the 8s to become 16s. No, well, we don't want any 16s. We don't want any digits higher than 8. If they go beyond 9, they go kablooey. But when you're doing doubling, you can never have 9. So the highest character you have, or highest number you have, is 8. So that's why I put in, if you do a memory is greater than 8. So when we hit 16, we need to set it to this. And then if we tell the person to our left, that can be the driving force for them to start the initiation of doing what they need to do. I hope that makes sense. And this whole pickup and then jump loop is just to kick this whole thing off to start with 1, and then for them to build out. Now, they're going to be telling the person to their left, morning. So they're waiting now, and now they can get only in the first spot, you won't have 9. You will never have 9 in any of the spots, ever. Because if you start from 0 and you're doubling, or so 0 goes to 1, and then you're doubling, you can never have 9, because it goes 1, 2, 4, 8. You can never have 9. 9 is just right out. So what we're trying to do is get to this number, 8,388,608, but we're not counting numerically. We're not counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're doubling. That makes sense? Start with your number 1, display it, and keep doubling it and display the results until you reach that large number. So we don't have to count 1 to 8,388,608. We have to count from 1 and then continue to double. So if we're going to tell somebody morning, then what we need to do is we need to listen. And then they need to be the driving force to tell them hi. Coffee time. If where I'm standing equals 0, we need to pick up right 1, and we need to do a general step down, drop. Then we need to do a tell person to my right, ugh, and you're going to be listening for ugh, and you're then going to right, step down, drop, then you're going to listen for coffee time. Then you're going to pick up. I have a feeling I need to have another delay in. Then you're going to pick up, step up, and then do it again. if I guess I could do my item. If my item is greater than 0, does that make sense? Then calculate mem1 is time my item times 2. Yeah, my item times 2, my item times 2. And then we need to do the if mem1 is greater than 16. I mean, I probably could be able to do this. What am I doing? I'm setting m1 equals 0. Tell the person to my left what? Morning? Yes. Alright, Zenith, you said in 16 will work where the current person above and the person to the left both need to be aware. Well, we can't ever write 16 because they'll explode. So, what's the value of you holding on to the number 16 when you could just have a command to tell the person to do the next thing? Because you can't ever write 16 and they don't share memory. So, I believe, Zenith, correct me, I believe you're thinking this as doubling, as you still need to write the 6 and you need to pass the 10th column over. I'm running under the thing where as we go on and on and on, when we hit 8 counts as the 10th and we move over to here. So I think... Wait, why did you get stuck in... Wait, how did I immediately get... Wait, what did I do? Oh no. But they can't ever write a digit larger than... I don't believe they can ever write a digit larger than... I don't know if they can even write a digit. We're gonna step down. We're going to pick up... We're going to write 9. We're gonna step down. Actually, you know what? Let's just see, does this work? So they can write 9. But use your decimal counting machine, starting with the number 1, display it, and keep doubling it until you display the results until you've reached at least 8366608. So, do they want me to go 1, 2, 4, 8, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 6, 8 to 1, like that. Alright, I can kind of abandon this. Or at least keep it going for just, there. Oh my sweet Melanta. Alright, let's see if you got this. Let's go down your path then. If maybe you're right. But, wait, why did I do this? We have to start with 1. Pick up. If my item equals 1. Step down. Tell the person to my right. I actually really wonder if I can change this by not having those two, just having it like this. Tell the person to my right, hi. If my number equals 1, pick up, go down, drop, tell hi, and then listen for coffee time. Once we hear coffee time, pick up, step up, jump, back up. Would not need to write anything greater than 9. The way I understand it, it is the problem exists that each person is a such as ones, tens, hundreds, etc. Matter of making sure they are able to handle the cases of greater than 5. But when will they ever write 9? Wait. Doesn't this logic accomplish the same thing we're trying to do here, but just in a different way? I know my logic. You're being very, generous with saying, I know my logic. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I understand what you're trying to say is for the, for your things, but does this not do that as well? Probably not as elegantly as it could, but does it not do it, where it says, well, the highest number I can ever get to write is 8, because if you're doubling, you're never going to write anything greater than 8. This doesn't double. What this equation does not double, or this logic doesn't double. This logic just goes and does straight doubling. Not doubling, counting effectively by 2s. This one's counting by 2s, not doubling. This is doubling. The problem with this one is this is just going to double. This is going to count by 2s all the way to this number, but it's not doubling. This I built with a mindset of trying to think to double. So trying to go with what you were saying, Zenith, of kind of the tens, hundreds, or singles, tens, hundreds, thousands, up to millions. So, how the bloody monkeys do we do that? We can't tell. We cannot pass numbers to the person to our left. I don't know if they can. I'm trying to think how to accomplish that. I don't know what I just did, but I did a thing, so that's fine. Not sure. I'm not sure, Zenith. What I'm trying to do is just get them past 1. Because what I'm effectively doing, because what I need to do, I need to get past this initial bit, which I guess I could literally do that. So here's the problem we're going to run into is right here, okay? When they go to 8 and she goes to write 16, she can't write 16. She can only write the highest digit she could write is a 9. So if she goes to write 9, or anything higher than 9, she's going to explode, but she'll never ever write 9, so that doesn't really matter. So she has to write 16. So if we go here where it's 16, so I guess I could do could I do mem 1 divided by 10? Well, how would you check the number to the right? If this number is 8, we've never displayed 8 before. So we need to come down to display 8, and this is saying 8, knowing that this number is going to now need to roll to be 1. So how do you tell the person, if you're checking to the right, that this 8 has ever been shown? So we need to do a logic check to say, if the number is, if my item is, if memory 1 is greater than 8, perhaps that's what we need to do. We tell the person to our left Alright, for kicks and giggles, I know this doesn't work. I just want to see, does this work where this will write 6? No. That won't write 6. That'll write 1. How the monkey turds can we get it to write 6? If memory 1 is greater than 10, ah. Alright, cool. So, now that we have this working, we're writing it, how do we get them to say, you now need to write a double of that? So we got 16, so you need to be a 1. We're jumping there. So everybody should be counting. We should do another count of... We should be doing another count here of 2. So we're going to set memory 2 to 1. And then we should be doing memory 2 times 2. Because then that'll get us to start counting and doubling from there. Does that give us anything useful we can work with? 1, 2... No, because they don't know the positions they're in. Yeah, the math does ignore decimals, so what I'm trying to figure out is just a way to pass. And the way that I want to pass to the 10th column is I want to tell them to manually to flip this. So I can do that easily. I can really, really, really do that easily. And that's if I do a listen, and I just put whatever I want. So whatever we're using, we're not using morning. So if we say morning, if we're going to listen for morning, everyone's going to listen for the command morning, right? And then I guess then we have to tell everyone morning again, because I'm going to get stuck into this weird loop where she's never going to move down if I do this. Where I can say, oh crap, can I do this? No, I have to tell everyone ready. Oh, fudge nuggets. Morning. If number 1 is greater than 8, then I can tell the person to my left morning. And then, see, this is where it's like, I wish it was like, if I was told morning, if to my right equals a number that is, oh crap, that won't work. So what I'm pondering right now is, how do I get the person to the one? We're going to start all the way to the right, and I'm working my way through the line of humans to the left. How do I get the human second from the right to know how to flip? Because once I figure that out, pretty much everything else is automated. If I define each person in their individual segment, I can do that. I think that's it. I think that's what I'm doing wrong. I think I'm failing at the very, very top. I can still leave this if button thing here, but I think all of this is garbage. So why don't I copy this? We know that this first program is Garbo. We're going to paste. That way I have a copy of this, and then we're immediately going to get rid of these steps. So we can say, if below equals nothing, if below equals nothing, step down. So does that work for only that person? Yes, it does. Perfect. So we have them defined. If to my right does not equal a worker, step down. So now we define only them, because this is Now here's my thinking, and let me know if this logic makes sense. What if we do not activate the human until they're ready to start doing their doubling? So she'll get to 8, and then she'll tell the person here to start. So when they get to 16, they'll go to 1. She'll write 6. They'll do 2. She'll do 8. Will that work? Well, hold on. Does that even work? 16, 32. No, because then you need to go to 3. Holy butt nuggets. Why do you want to start from the left? I don't understand. Why do you want to start from the left? That's not how numbering systems... Usually numbering systems work from right to left, not left to right. Can you explain to me why you want to start from left? But then it goes 1, 3, 6. 1, 3, 6. And then it goes to 1, 3, 6. 64. It goes 128. So then you flip to 2. What's after 8 times 2 equals 256. Oh my god. I don't think it does. Because I think your numbers are going to be inverted if you start from the left. Like, not inverted, mirrored. Correct, but the left allows you to get the basic double. Then account for a carry option. I don't understand what you mean by that, because why can't you use the same logic, but go from the right to left? I'm not understanding the inherent benefit of starting from the left, because this left position is millionth. So I'm thinking that says 10, 100,000th, 10,000, 100, whatever it is, singles, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millionth position, okay? So if we start from the left, we're already starting in the millionth position. We have to start from the right because we're in the single digits. Thus, it's starting with our numbering scheme, starting with 1 all the way to the right and then going across. So if we start from the left and move across, I don't understand the inherent benefit that that's going to give us when the game has already showed that we need to start from the right and work our way left. I can operate one column at a time from right to left as well. So the challenge I'm working with is not how to get the operations of the humans to the things. It's how do we actually do this doubling? Because I was thinking, okay, well, maybe we should do a count. But then my problem is how from the left 0 doubles to 0 and so on, no problem. Right. But that's the insane thing is if I just exclude everybody so far and I start with her all the way to the right and I just say, well, if your number is 0, just don't even do anything. But from one time, you pick up your item, so my item times 2 equals memory 1, so 1 times 2 equals 2, 2 times 2 equals 4, 4 times 2 equals 8, 8 times 2 equals 16, 16 times 2 equals 32, and so on and so forth. I can do that. That's not the problem. Problem is, how do I need to get each person defined in their specific role? Which I can do. I can literally do that right now by doing what I'm doing here. And then what I can do is I can do basically I can do that by saying, okay, if I do a count and everyone's on the same count, I can how do I want to do this? I can do a divide by 10, minus tens, divide by 10, divide by 10, or divide by 100, divide by 1,000. No, that won't work. Fudge nuggets. No, I trust me. I'm aware. I'm very much aware of this problem, which is why I'm thinking I might need to use memory 2 and base everything off of a common clock, a common count. So that way, if they're all doubling, they're all starting at 1, and then they're doing memory 2 of memory 2 equals memory 2 times 2, and then I have them all running inside of that using memory 2 as the guide for every position. I can do that then. If I can do that. The challenge I'm coming into is I don't understand the actual logical path forward to allow for that. If that makes any sense. So I was starting to think of changing. Basically, here I'll show you on the video. I was thinking about basically doing set memory 2 to 1. So we know we have to start here, right? And then we do a calc of mem2 equals mem2. Mem2 times 2. But this has to happen. So basically, this would have to happen outside of... Oh my sweet baby Ray. It would have to happen outside of here, where if we don't... So they get to find out, and then everyone else drops below. First operation is multiply. Second is addition, right? No? Because this could be... If you're saying this is going to be 1. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 4 does not equal 6. That equals 7. So I can't do addition across the numbers that way. So if I run memory 2 as the clock, can I define each person independently? So if I do, I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. Because what I can do here is this, I can prove that this works by just watching anybody. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, you're right, game. This would help if I actually used the correct number here, wouldn't it? So this works. So I can do this, and this puts them all in the same block. It'll put them all in the same number always. So, like, yeah, that can keep going forever. So the problem I have is, how do we get them to... The single digits is fine. But how do we get them to do... As long as they load their number and the number downright into the memory at the same time, you are fine. Right, but I can keep them synced up. There's ways I can get them all to stay synced up between these two different steps, okay? Because she's going to be telling everybody coffee time. So they're all eventually going to get to the spot where they pause, and they're all waiting for a command so they can move on to continue the loop. So, like, for instance, I can show you this if you want. Where they go down here, they tell everyone coffee time. And then they go up and jump up. Oh wait, then they have to go here, and then they're gonna listen. Oh, this is coffee time. This is hi. So here, I can show you how, like this. So they say hi. See how they all pause? And then they do it again. They hi, pause, and then they're waiting. So I can have these built-in checks that pause specific things so it lines everybody up. And then I can even get more advanced and say, alright, fine. We're going to step down just to show the proof of concept of how this works. If they step down, then what I can do is tell everyone to change this to my right. No, which doesn't matter. We just say to my bottom right. And then I can still sync them up. So, I don't have a problem with this count getting off as long as they're always getting off in the sense of changing so that way it's not following the correct numberings or whatever. Or they are getting out of sync. I can always keep them in sync because of these pauses. But the problem I'm having isn't trying to figure any of that out. I figured that out well before. It's just straight up trying to figure out how do I get these? I didn't want to do the step down here. I wanted to do basically, I wanted to use the step as the signifier. Maybe I'm thinking that's what I need to use as a signifier to move people into their positions. But then again, it doesn't really matter. Step 1, mem 2 step. My other thing of the stepping down was more of doing this inside of an if statement, saying if to my right doesn't equal a worker, step down. And then basically going and saying, I guess it would just be a loop here. I have no idea how the heck I would even do this, but then trying to use some type of if loop here to define each position, so then I could do math or something, and I could do math and then write each number. Well, oh my gosh. You can't set a physical location at all, ever, in this game. You can only, and this one is not letting us do, we can do a set, but this is not allowing us to, no, you have to base it off of a specific number or something like that. You can't base off of a arbitrary point in space, in time. Hold on. I just had a thought. Right, we just need a value, correct. So, can I... Yes, okay, cool. Light bulbs are going off my head. Subtraction is our friend. What am I talking about? Perfect. If there's no one to my right, here. Right? We just need to figure out a way so that way we can tell each person to step. Listen for morning. And then we're going to say... alright, so I need... So, alright, hold on. I'm getting too far ahead. Alright, so what subtraction's our friend. They subtract by 10 to only get whatever their lowest digit is, right? No, that does... Oh, God, I was so close. I was just thinking, okay, cool. We can subtract by... But if we do subtraction... Damn. Doesn't work. I was thinking if we do subtraction, then we can subtract each location, and that will tell them what their number is, and then they can write it down. But once the number gets too big, it doesn't matter. Okay. What if we change it and we don't use all of the workers? What if we just use one worker and we just have them set the numbers? If we have this worker and she just runs, grabs the numbers and puts them down, and then pushes the button, displays it, and then comes back up and does it, does that give us a simpler... If to my right equals a data cube. All we want you to do is then just take... If we do that, then what we say is that you just go, if to my left equals a data cube. So right now we're just defining who this person is, so that we can disregard everybody here. If to my left equals a data cube. I don't know if it is more complex. This might actually simplify a lot. Might is a key word here. This might simplify. Equals a data cube. Pick up, step down, drop, step up. Oh, wait. I need to step to the left, pick up, step down, step up. Step up. Jump. Set memory 1 to 1. Set memory 1 to 1. Oh gosh, does this even work? So, because I can get it so she can easily run over, pick them up, and drop them down. That's what she's literally doing right now. Right? And then, if to my left doesn't equal a data cube, so then she gets here, doesn't need a data cube, so she needs to go to step 2. Oh, really? Set mem4 to... Oh my gosh! I can't even do, like, nearest or anything like that. I was gonna try to say set to button, so then she just runs to the button, and then go back to the nearest data cube. But then I could do, she's here, so there's no data cube, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. I know the appeal of doing it the other way. So basically, where did she go? Oh, poo, monkeys. I went one too high. Interesting. So if we do that by... So we could do it this way, and then what we have to do is... So I'm trying to think this through in my mind, and what I need to remember to do is talk about it. Is that we have to... Oh god, I don't know. I legitimately don't know how to do this. Because I keep running into the same problem of maths, and I still don't understand what you're trying to do, Zenith, of working from the left over, because we still run into the same problems. So this won't work. What if I just fumble through this? So left to right might not matter, even everyone operating at the same time might work, but the key is to split the operation to doubling the current number and checking if there is a carry. Yeah, but the problem I have is the carry. How do you separate out the carry? Because, like, if you could pass the number, that would be fine, but you can't, so it doesn't matter. Because if you could pass the number, then it would work from left to right, because then you can go from the highest point over, and you can keep passing the number down until you get to the single digit, and then it would be fine. But you can't pass the number across, so it doesn't matter. And I guess you could say, whoa, it does matter. Because if you're going to say it does matter, I'm going to say, okay, well, why does it matter? And you can say, well, you can still do your, God, you can't do that. It doesn't work. You could say, well, you do your division from left to right, so in the millionth place, you divide by 1,000,000. But, or so do your subtraction by 1,000,000 and count how many times you do the subtraction. And then you write that number of how many times you've done that subtraction to get to that point. But the problem is that'll never work. It will never work because it's always going to see that the number is greater than whatever. So it won't. It'll just always try to keep subtracting, and it's always going to kind of do that run-on number forever. So that doesn't work. So it really comes down to being able to tell each person. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 people, and we have 8 commands. We do one person, and they do the subtraction of the number to their right from the number that they have. It still doesn't give us anything. Oh man, this is a really good brain teaser. Correct. Yep, I agree with you. And if they use subtraction from the column to the right, and to theirs, it doesn't make any difference. Pondering. If I do... What are the numbers 2 will always be? Goes the second column. What are the numbers that they're always going to need to be? They're going to be 6, 2, 4... after 64 is 128, so then it's 2. They double their number and say that the double that they double their number and save, then double the number to the right and save. It is greater than 10, either just add 1 or use math to get 1 to add. No, that doesn't work. You're saying do this command and then use this arbitrary point to do other magic commands. But with the set of commands I have, I can't just randomly decide to do something or not to do something. So because each person doesn't know the placement of where they are, or what numbers, or what position in the number scheme that they're representing. So they can't just do one thing or another thing, and each program is just going to be atrociously massive if we could even figure out a way to get that to work. But the problem that we're having is I can't figure out how to get that to work. And it's all coming down to the math. I'm not figuring out how to get the math to work to write each digit. So, what you're saying to do is that last line says either just add 1 or use math to get 1 to add. So you're saying figure this stuff out and then just do things. And that's the problem that I'm having the difficulty with. Is not doing the math to figure out, but it's the just doing things to arbitrarily add numbers to something or not to add numbers to something. That's where I'm getting stuck, if that makes any sense. It was 128, 256, so we go to 2, then we go to 5. We start with 1. We start with 1, and then we say, okay, the next number we need is 3. So if we add 1 to that, and we add that to that, that gets us 3. And then we say, okay, the next number we need is 6. So 4, 5, that gets us to 5. Hello, Zyron. Sorry, I'm getting a little stressed out over this. Well, not stressed out, but mentally fatigued over this problem. And just as a heads up, I'm streaming today till about 10:30, because at 11 a.m. Formula 1 starts, so I need to be ready for the race. So I'm only going to be streaming today until at 10:30 at the latest. So I put my glasses back on. I hope that's okay. Why does my chair have static TV display? It is because it is a bluish color, and with my green screen behind me, I'm having a difficult time trying to get it just right. I don't have any blankets. What I could do is throw a blanket over it, and it'll change the color quite a bit, so that way it'll stop doing that shimmery effect. But it's because the color is too close to the green screen color. Even though the green screen's like a lime green color, the software is just having a fight with it. How are you doing this morning, Zyron? So the second part of when to add 1 is not for carry. It is needed to know the number of the 2 column. So that you have 2 people doing the same math but making different digits. Good. Glad to hear that you're doing okay. So, I'm really trying to think on this one. So what we're trying to do, Zyron, and we are both, Zenith and I will be very happy for you to assist us on this one, is we are trying to count with our decimal system, but just doubling it. So not counting by 2s, but actually doubling. So it goes 2, 4, 8, and then for 16, she would write the 6, he would write the 1, 32, because 16 times 2 is 32, so she'd write the 2, he'd write the 3. Except that's much simpler than, it's very, very simple sounding. The problem is, this is what we're working on, 8th rendition of this already, and, we've tried different ways to do things, and we keep getting stuck on the same problem. Which is, once we're ready to pass on to the next person, they don't know what digit they are, and we can't explicitly tell them which digit they are in the number. So we can't tell this person that they're always going to be in the 10th position. This person's always going to be in the 100th position. Because in the number, when we get to like 1, 2, 8, they're not going to be able to know just to look at the 1. They're not going to know to just look at the 2, and they're not going to know just to look at the 8. So you have to do math to get them to figure out each of them. But the problem we're having is, as we keep adding digits and doubling it, the further we go along, the worse it makes everything, and everything is breaking. Yes, the coffee's kicking in, but I'm having a heck of a time on this one. So the problem that we're both Zenith and I are working on is trying to get this to work correctly with the limited amount of commands that we have. If they see the number drop, there is 8. Is there another way to get to 16, but only gives them the digit that they care about? So this is why counting by 2s was much simpler. I was really hoping we could just count by 2s, because then it's easy. Zenov says, my original thinking of why to work left to right was to get the carry safety. Or multiple carries, the extra safety might not have been needed. No worries, Iron. It's kind of out of my department at this point as well. But you still feel free to try to chip in. Like, there are no bad ideas. There are only ideas that we need to qualify or not. So if you have an idea, when we're talking about something, if your mind clicks on something, it's like, whoa, what about trying this? Absolutely drop that, hey, what about comment in there, because we need to think about it. We need to ponder it, and working together, the more brains we have on it, the more processing power we have on it, and we're all going to come up with 1.5 million wrong solutions, and that's okay. Because just like Thomas Edison inventing the light bulb, it could take thousands of attempts to try to figure out very complex problems, and they're never bad ideas. They're just examples of what not to do. So we're defining the things that won't work so we can narrow it down to identify the things that do work. Can you use pi for the answer? I could literally write that if you want. Or if you're talking about like blueberry or cherry pie or apple pie, I can't do that type of pie, although that would be pretty tasty. So go to what Zenith was just saying of starting from left to right, and I did try to quantify that in my mind as well. The challenge we have with that is if you're starting in the millionth position, you're saying, hey, 1 million minus 1, still in this game going to be 1. So, and then it's going to say, hey, I guess you would have to say, is the number equal to or greater than 1 million? And if so, we can try that, Zenith, if you want. We can try that. All we're going to do here is we're not going to worry about any of the stuff. We're just going to start from left to right. So, if there is, from the left, does not equal a worker. Okay, right? And I need you to now... No, the math term? I don't know, but I like the baking term a little bit better on a Sunday morning. Pumpkin pie, that'd be pretty good. What do you mean, why am I aware that the left is the million column? Because the max number we need to get to is 8,383,608, right? So, if we write that number here, and the 10th column would be 8, 0, 6, 8, 8, 3, 8 here in this column, so this would be millions. And you hate pumpkin pie. Hey, to each their own. Do you like sweet potato pie instead? Yes, it does. It does need to know the column that it is. One way or another, to do your math, you need to know the value of that column. Because how else would they know not to write anything but the millionth digit? Whatever digit's in the millionth column. They have to know at some level. I have tried potato pancakes, and I do like potato pancakes. I don't eat potato pancakes all the time because they're quite heavy. But they are very moist and delicious, and I do like them. Especially when you get true, like, good maple syrup, and not, like, maple... like, fake maple syrup. I like the real blood of a tree, boiled down, and yummy syrup stuff. So... So that's why I keep saying, I keep coming back to that they need to know the column and the digit of that column. Because if they don't know what that is, then how would it work from left to right? In the sense of, how would they know to write 0 if the number we're trying to display is 1? Not a million, just 1. And if you say, well, they need to look to the right... because they just care about the double of theirs and carries. No, that doesn't work. Because now you're getting sucked into the let's count by 2s. Because if we're getting sucked into the let's count by 2s, that would work. Not would work as in woodworking, but that will work. Yes, so we can't just double their digit. Because if we're doubling the digits, then all that happens here is when they go to 1, when they double to 2, that's fine. But the problem is we need to start at 1 for 16, and then we need to move to 32. So if we just broke this down just to these two people, only these two people. Because if you're doubling your number, right? If you double your number, that, if you're doubling the number, then you're always going to be counting, or doing it by 2. So 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. I'm sorry, 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 8. Oh, you're not saying add 2, you're saying double it. Okay, we can still double it, where it goes 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. But the problem is, with this one starts with a 1, the next number they need to go to is a 3, which is not doubling of a 1. And then the next number they need to get to is a 6, which is not the doubling of 2. And then the next number they need to get to is a 2 for 128, which is now going the opposite direction. So you can't just keep doubling. And you can't do the carries without doing math, and unless you want to do math, but then you have to understand the placement of each person for the number that they represent. Because if they don't know the placement of the number that they represent, then it doesn't matter. Because you have to do the math. You have to start either from the largest number to the smallest, or vice versa. They doubled into and get a carry of 1. Where are they getting a carry of 1 from? How do they know to carry 1 without doing math? And if they know to carry 1, then they have to know their placement to know if that carry is meaningful to them or not. There has to be some math involved to tell them that they will always be doing this in this position, thus telling them they're in this position. Does that make sense? The double of the digit to the right. No, that won't work. So if he doubles 1 to get 2, where in this is he supposed to get right 2? Because that's not in 16 or 32. But they're saying they have to do a carry of a number to add to it. How do they get that carry of a number? You know what I mean? Yes, but you're saying that doesn't matter, but now you're saying it does matter. So they need to know right, that's why they need to know what digit they represent in the number scheme. So the person to the all the way to the left needs to know that they're always going to be looking for the millionth. So I'm actually kind of Is there a way? How do you always subtract 1 0 from it? Do you divide by 10? Because how do we get them to know 10th, 1000th, 100th, 10th, 0? I think divide by 10 is our answer. And I think we're correct that you do start from the left. I think you just have to divide by 10. So if to my left doesn't equal worker, we can do the set mem1 to 1, right? And at the very end, we'll do a calc mem1 of mem1 times 2. Okay? And then that's going to be our jump to come back up here. So we know they're going to be in the millionth column. So from here, we're going to say how do we start this? Division by 10. Dividing by 10 can break out each column into their specific digit. And then we can do a subtraction of such. Yeah, micronation. I know what Zyron's talking about. It's not about math, I can tell you that, or logic in this type that we're speaking about, programming logic. Zyron's asking about like a micronation of like, do you have your own like, your own specific nation or whatever you want to call it to be like your own plot of land, your own nation, your own culture, your own stuff, your own everything. So like, in the real world, if you remember, what was it, in Portland or whatever? Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm trying to understand your idea, but something is getting lost in translation via text, where you're saying something and I'm not understanding it. So, like, visual aids would help a lot, so I can understand, kind of, you can point to me or whatever, what you're saying, but I'm not understanding what you're trying to get across to me. So, like, a micronation, I think it was, like, Portland, there was, like, the riots out there, and then, like, these people developed their own, like, they tried to do their own separation and become their own nation. That is kind of a real-world example of, like, a micronation. So some people like will develop their own micronations inside of the United States as like the land that they own, their house that they own, the flat that they have, or we call them apartments that we might have, and say, well, that's my micronation, that's my country, it's my thinking, it's my rule, it's my everything. This problem's really kicking my tushy. So if they're a worker, can we start from the left to right and say, okay, you're going to start by mem2, we're going to set mem2. Oh, that doesn't work, because then how do we know what digits they've done before? We can't. If we start over in the left, and we say we're going to do division from the left of starting at 1,000,000, or subtraction by 1,000,000, and then you count how many times you do that, that's fine, and then you write that. But then how do you get to the next number? Saying, okay, now you say, okay, ready, next number, so the next number goes, and then you have to say, okay, well, we're going to do that by one less digit to the right, move the decimal place to the left one, however you want to think about it, and then they do the subtraction by that number down until they get to nothing. And then from there, but that doesn't work, because how do they know what place they did if they never write the number? Which brings me back to going and saying, let's think about it from right to left, because the numbers we're going to be starting with are starting from right to left. And that goes, well, do we really want to go down that road, or do we want to just do one person? If we do one person, we can do all of the maths right there. And then this brings up my whole, let's just do the single person idea, because the single person idea may make it a lot simpler. So, but then what this allows us to do is get all the way over to here. And we can also do here, we can do the set memory 1 to 1. And then we know at the very end, we're going to do the calc of memory 1 equals memory 1 times 2. So now we're all the way over here, and we know what memory 1 is. We already know what this place is. So then we go to here, and we say, okay, this is the millionth position. So we do... Wait. What do you mean you're not sure how a democratic republic works? Welcome to the United States of America. We are literally a democratic republic. We are because a democratic republic is everybody has their own voice, and when you go to vote, everybody, 100% of the population votes, or the people vote, and then everyone vote who counts works, but you have no one who represents you. You represent yourself. So when it comes to every political or governing thing, everybody must be involved. A republic is the same idea, except you get representation. Thus, the republic. So you vote on the people who have similar ideas as you, and then if they win, they represent you, or the majority of the people who win become that group's representation. So that way, there are less people who have to go to the meetings and everything and make the decisions. You vote for the people who are going to have your ideas. So you vote for your representatives, thus you're a republic. That is what the United States is. We are not a democracy. We are a republic. So now we can go over to the right, and then we can literally do the math here. So we can say, for memory 2 is If memory 1 is equal to or greater than... Poo monkeys! I can't go high enough numbers. The highest number I can go to here in memory is 99. Fudge munchkins. That's a whole nother problem I didn't even take into consideration. If mem1 does not equal 0, pick up, write, drop. If mem1 equals 0, this doesn't work. Oh my gosh, I really don't know. Alright, I'm gonna have to cheat a bit, I think. I'm gonna use my tablet, and I'm gonna look up how to do this, because I am so stuck on this one. $7 billion humans, decimal doubler. Alright, so this says, we're gonna do it, we're gonna try to do it live. We're gonna say, pick up down. Okay. Step down. Step down. If underneath equals button. Step up. Oh wait, no, this is... If underneath equals button, jump 1. Step. Wait, what the heck is this saying? Step up. Oh, okay, never mind. I see what this is saying. Step up. Tell everyone. Go. Sure. Listen. Yep. This makes sense. Okay. Yep. Step down. Jump. Drop. Then we do listen. Or go. Yep. Mem2 is calculate mem2. underneath times 2. If mem2 is equal or greater to 10, mem2 calc mem2 equals calc mem2 minus 10, else mem1 equals calc 0 plus 0. I don't understand what that steps, right? If to my right if to my right is greater than or equal to 5, mem2 calc mem2 plus 1. Sorry, I'm going to kind of power through this thing. 5 else mem1 calc zero plus 0. Whatever. Pick up. Underneath. Right. mem2. Tell everyone. Okay. Drop. Jump. Two. Well, that doesn't seem to work, so pick up. Pick up, step down, step down. Pick up, step down, step down. If underneath button, if underneath equals button, step up, yep. Tell everyone go, listen okay, step down, jump, got it. Then we drop, yes. Then we listen, okay. I'm sorry, listen, go. Mem2 equals calc underneath mem2. Mem2 equals calc underneath mem2. Maybe, was that it? Pick up underneath. Maybe that was it. There's no way it would have ever gotten that. No way. There's no way I ever would have gotten that. Sweet. All right. So what this means is next time we're going to defeat level 68. So I am going to have to keep with my promise of saying I'm only streaming today until 10:30. It is 10:30 right now. So I'm going to be jumping out. I got to go get ready to watch the Formula 1 race and stuff like that, which kicks off right around 11 a.m. So if you haven't watched Formula 1, I strongly recommend it. It's awesome. But thank you guys very much. Hey, Zenith, thank you very much for trying to assist me through this and go through there. I really appreciated that discussion with you and about the different logic and everything like that, because it was just fun to challenge each other of our logic and our understanding of things. Zyron, it was awesome seeing you again. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you, hopefully both of you, on Tuesday during my continuation of Homeworld Deserts of Carrick. You guys have an awesome rest of your weekend, and I hope you both have an excellent next week. Take care. So long. Bye.